All right, cool. Oh, hold on.
I don't know what episode this is.
Oh, let's see.
I feel like we're getting close to the 30s though.
Sweet was.
Hold on.
Alex was originally 26, so it's 28.
Stop snitching. All right, listen.
This nigga did snitch.
He straight up snitched.
Like, yo, nigga, we had to put your episode back.
Like, God damn it. All right, speaking to me, the podcast, episode 28. Oh, no. That's what, you know what we used to do back in the day? You know, in our roots, we used to start the episode off like this. 28. You remember that?
Wow.
Forgot about that.
Well, that was like 10, 15 episodes
drop.
ago.
The whisper drop.
Yeah, the whisper drop. It's a classic. Tried and true. Tested.
It is.
Yeah. Feel like we got too big for our... Yeah. Kind of got too big for our britches.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we thought we arrived at 25.
We were quickly humbled.
You know, like,
We got the download numbers.
like, holy shit. Calm down.
Like, slow down, young grasshoppers. You're not there yet.
I need 25 more.
That was cute. All right, y'all. Speak to the Lines podcast. It's your boy Rez.
Joined with J-Rock, finally back in the building.
King is in the building. You can't say it like that because, you know,
last episode, technically,
you were here.
Okay. We will edit that part out.
This nigga just snitching. Like,
Okay.
it's like when
Run it back.
everything goes on. Everything goes wrong. This nigga snitched twice in like 2 minutes. Dog, you average one snitch per minute, dog.
bro.
Hey, it was a long episode.
That's a bad average.
That SPM is high.
At least he snitched on himself this time.
Yeah. You know what's funny? It's like I knew it was gonna come up though, because I said these niggas gonna forget the order. Somebody gonna say some shit.
What order? What order?
The order the episodes were dropped versus recorded.
Oh no, I knew it.
Yeah.
No, I knew it.
Yeah. Good times. All right. Well, first of all, how's everybody feeling?
I'm good, man. Honestly, I'm you know, I feel like it's been forever since it's just been us three up here. You know, for the last few episodes, we've had guests. You know, we had not last week anyway, but we had Alex last week.
Yeah, you almost got caught up too.
Quotation marks. Then we had D before that, and then we had Jasmine before that. So it's been like a minute since it's just been us three.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want our fans to get used to us just bringing niggas in because I don't think it's gonna be like that every week. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So, are you saying that you prefer it just to be us three?
No. Don't try to put me in a corner here. Nah, man. It's just, you know, it's cool. You know, we come up here, we could shoot the shit.
Yeah.
We shoot the shit with everybody almost, but
No. I feel you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, do you feel like you have a preference?
not really, to be honest.
Because I prefer to guess over you two niggas. I'm kidding.
I'm glad you put that in the air like that.
I'm kidding. It's all love. Actually, I have missed y'all though.
Nah, you ain't got to clean it up now.
No, I mean real talk though. Like timeline wise, like since we're breaking the fourth wall and letting everybody into what the fuck we're doing, it's been a couple weeks, so I actually missed y'all. So I'm actually excited about this episode to get it going. But what about you, Jay? How you feeling?
Man, I'm doing really good.
Yeah, Jay, you've been kind of in and out.
Yeah, man. Doing good. Finally happy to be back in the set. Had a pretty good couple weeks here, so doing great.
Catch us up. What's been good?
What's been going on in the life of J-Rock?
In the life of J-Rock. So the last week I missed because I was playing I play Yu-Gi-Oh! So we had a national event.
Yes, sir.
Where it's the national championship for North America. The only way you can go is if you won in a bigger tournament. So I won early in the year, got my invite. So I was able to compete on the national stage. It was roughly 1,900 players there, and I ended up at 428 overall. Oh, one more time.
Wow, that was weak.
Okay,
Hold up.
third time. There we go. Hey.
False start.
So no, it was a great experience. Something I've never done. It's like the Evos of Yu-Gi-Oh. So
That's fire.
so it was what's up.
So top 500?
Yeah,
No, that's national.
yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
It is fire, man. Good for you on that shit. Good for you on that shit. What? Nah, for real. Hey, I don't know if I'm good at anything where I can get top 500 in it. You know what I mean?
Probably top 500 and not inviting your niggas to events that you had. Shit, you might be top 5.
Yo, man, you know what? The next thing I swear, the next thing I haven't been doing shit.
Nigga, you've been doing a lot of shit.
Bro. Hey, nigga, I didn't just come back from Puerto Rico.
I'm just saying it's a running thing. Hey, y'all could have gone to Puerto Rico if y'all wanted to.
Nah,
First of
nigga,
all,
you didn't tell us nothing about Puerto Rico.
I guess technically we
Right.
could get into wins and losses at this point. So was that a dub for you or an L?
What's that?
Oh, no, it was an
Yu-Gi-Oh
L.
tournament.
It was an L.
How's it an L? You're top 500.
I wanted to be higher.
How high did you want to be?
Top 64.
I just knew this nigga's about to break into some Pokemon shit. I want to be the very best.
Wow.
Like,
got there-
it just kind of segued in. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Catching-
Pokemon.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, okay.
They got there catching Yu-Gi-Ohs. Do you catch Yu-Gi-Ohs? What do you catch?
Nigga, they're like card games where no, what was that bridge show? It's a children's card game.
Ah, shit.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge,
where they
yeah.
fucking solve the world's problems by playing a children's card game. But
Yeah.
I just remember like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh being the shit back in the day.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if they were
Yeah.
like competitors.
that
of each
show
other
was
or the
fire.
Same
dog.
shit.
Low key, like that shit was fire.
The original one, yeah.
Yes, the OG, not the BMX riders and all that bullshit. But all right, cool. So technically, you taking that as an L for the week,
Yep.
bro? You made the finals. You're like,
No, he didn't make the
Well,
finals.
not
Don't
the
get it
finals.
twisted.
No, the finals is top 64. That's what I was shooting for.
oh shit. So you was like a first round exit.
So like, was it like close or was like nigga just busting
break
your
down.
ass?
All right, so-
what was the fallout?
This nigga was getting his ass whooped.
No. So
Smoked. That nigga flipped a card in his ass. Jail, like, oh shit. I
You
had that one.
trap card.
I didn't know you had that one, nigga. God damn.
That nigga said Exodia. That bitch is banned.
oh man.
I don't know because I don't know how that shit goes. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah, so it's the day one is a 9-round tournament. You get 3 points for winning, 1 point for a draw. I lost 3 games, so I was 5-4. So I had 15 points, and I needed 19 to go to day 2 to go to the final. So
He was over 500.
yeah, so I was over 500, which is good because everybody there is extremely good player. You know, it's the best of the best playing each other. So it is what it is. So I was 2 losses away from getting there.
okay.
Okay. Hey.
I actually had a loss because my phone died on me. The screen blacked out on me this week, and I partially blame y'all niggas because it
Wow.
happened.
Wow.
Because it happened. It happened after I got off the phone with y'all. Conference call that we
It
were
was
having.
after you got. You should have stayed on the phone.
Then it would have went dead.
Don't do that. No, this is. But what's crazy about this was, so it's a few things. One, my phone was acting weird as fuck because it would still work in some cases and not the other. Like I couldn't call anybody because I couldn't touch anything on my phone. But if I got in my car, my phone would still connect to Bluetooth. But I couldn't call nobody. But I could still receive calls.
Had them tunes going still.
No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't listen to music or nothing. Nigga, no podcast.
Oh,
nothing.
it just told you. It was trolling you. Just like,
Yeah, as I said, Bluetooth
We're
audio.
activated.
Yeah, I was like, okay, play this. This file's not found. But if my wife called me, it would work. Nigga,
That's disrespectful.
nigga, I would be driving to work, dog. I'd be so lonely, nigga. I almost swear to God.
I called you though after work, and I think it was Friday, and you ain't pick up, and I was like, damn. I was like nigga, Abe ain't fucking with me. And then I saw the Facebook post, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, nah. If I wasn't in my car, like driving, and my phone was set up, I didn't get it.
I got you.
Yeah, and so it was like, nigga, it got so bad, nigga. I was finna download a whole bunch of podcasts and rip them hoes onto a CD. Nigga, listen to them bitches on the way home.
Oh shit.
But
Wow.
But with that, if I got on my laptop, I couldn't call nobody, but I can text anybody Apple and also y'all Android niggas.
Yeah.
No. He's an Android nigga.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh
Apple.
yeah, Apple, yeah. So I can still text y'all niggas, but it was weird. And you know, it was an L, but I decided to do like an experiment on myself because I'm really big on having my phone next to me and all that stuff. And it was just crazy all the shit I was doing because mind you, my phone doesn't work at this point. Wednesday or Thursday and Friday, it doesn't work. But I still found myself like carrying that bitch around and like at work,
phone,
twisting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like it was crazy. Like pressing it to make sure it started working. Yeah, I was like doing shit to see if it'll come on.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, I get it. Because this Apple Watch is dead as a doornail right now.
And the nigga still wearing that bitch.
Got it put on right now.
Hold up, bro. Why?
This nigga stunned. My nigga rock out here stunned on these hoes. My nigga got a dead Apple Watch.
Yo,
Won't come on.
that nigga phone down and just start texting him. Bro. Shit go happen.
Hey man, I get it, man. It's dead to charge. It's gonna be right there on that wrist.
But it's crazy. Like it's because I realized like I'm really like addicted to my shit. Like when I didn't have it, like I would be like fiddling with shit and stuff, and like I'd be like, "Hey, where's my phone?" Even though it doesn't work, like where is this bitch at? So that's something I'm definitely.
So what was the
try to work on.
experiment? Was the experiment trying to get out of touching it, or?
Well, the experiment was pretty much I was observing myself on how I act when I don't have access to anyone. So like me driving to and from work, because I don't really listen to music. So I'm like, okay, I'm in silent, driving to work. What am I thinking about right now? Like what kind of thoughts are going through my head? So I'm just kind of observing how I act without it. Because when you have it, it's pretty a distraction. It's pretty much a distraction because your mind's on something, you know, in your free time. So
Oh shit, what were you thinking about?
nigga, I was like, for some reason that In My Feelings kept replaying in my head a few times.
Drake. Drake infiltrated your cerebral.
Yeah, nah, that fucked up everything. But now, like, on my way to work, like I was more observant and like, you know, I passed like 2 lakes to work and like nice ass houses. So I was like, you know, daydreaming and like
my boy dream building
and all
on the
that
way to
stuff.
work.
Yeah, so you know, versus like listening to something and looking at my phone to see what time it is and all this other shit.
Yeah. Just be on. Yeah, because you have your phone, you're just on autopilot sometimes.
You are on autopilot. You are on autopilot for real. So
Yeah, agreed.
yeah, man. So I'm gonna try to work on that because I definitely have an issue. So I'm gonna try to keep away from it. But there was an L. But you know, I started to test myself in a sense.
That's respect. That's respect. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Well, obviously my week was a dub. So
Yeah, this punk ass nigga right here.
Right.
so I don't want to talk about it. It's fine. It's like
I'm just going out of town. You know, I'm not gonna tell nobody. I'm not gonna invite nobody. That's all.
Yeah,
I mean, technically, y'all both are still involved in the company.
but you didn't invite
but
us.
we weren't invited.
You didn't invite us.
Oh no, y'all still on the email list. Y'all just don't read the emails.
I didn't get that.
I didn't. No, I checked my emails.
Oh, you ain't get no email from TMV.
I'm not on TMV's team.
You ain't get no email from Legal Shield.
Oh, I probably did.
Yeah. Anyway, so,
PR.
yeah, so we went to Puerto Rico, me and my wife. Obviously, we worked together to build a business, and it was awesome. Like, we actually caught the flight, no delays. We actually ran into a lady on the flight that worked at a resort right next to our resort. So it was cool because, you know, she's retired. She's 39 and retired. So she started working at 20, or started working at 19, I'm sorry, and retired after 20 years. And she spends 3 months in Texas and then 3 months in Puerto Rico. And then she just alternates back and forth every 3 months. And so, you know, it's weird because over there, you know, it's a U.S. territory, even though you kind of think it's not, but it's U.S. territory. So like when we were traveling there, obviously they hike up the prices on certain things. But she offered us a ride. And at first we were thinking it was going to be like a taken issue because she was like, no, for real. Cause it's like, okay, this is strange lady. Well, not strange lady. This is this stranger on an airplane offering to take you around to the resort. Oh, which resort are you staying with? Oh, I actually know where that is. You know, we're going to get a ride there if y'all want a ride. So at first we were like, nah, we good, you know, but we gave her a business card. And so she called us right when we were heading to try to find like a Uber or a taxi. But it's weird in Puerto Rico, they don't let Uber pick you up from the airport. They only let Uber drop you off. And I guess that's to keep the taxi industry alive out there. Maybe.
Yeah.
I just found it's the same way here in Texas too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you have to have get a license to actually get in the airport. If you don't, you get fined.
That's crazy. So yeah, so we didn't know that. So she called us and she was with her mom, putting up stuff, and she said, hey, we're heading in the same direction as you. And so I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I was like, I could take these two women out. Like if it came down,
if it came down to it.
I was like, I was looking at my size, I was looking at their size, I was like, kneecaps. Yep, okay, let's do it. So we get in, and she was so sweet. Like she took us to the beach, and was just basically taking us through this historic district and telling us all the historical ramifications of things that were going on and why this building's here. And it was cool. And then she took us to the resort. She dropped us off. And, we went to the event. It was amazing. It was like 500 people there. So it was just a really intimate environment. And so it's crazy how when you go on vacation, people start paying attention to you. Because I swear my IG started, like, I haven't really been posting on my IG page until maybe about a month ago. And all of a sudden, like, I just got 30, 40 new followers just because I posted I was in San Juan. It was weird.
Yeah.
When y'all do go there, the next time y'all get the email invite, y'all got to try the mofongo. Have y'all had that before?
No, I've never heard of it.
Of course not.
I hadn't heard of it.
You said, of course not. I haven't been. You didn't invite me.
I'm gonna try it.
You didn't bring them back. Shit, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, well, that's true too. But a mofongo is like, if you think about like a coffee cup, it's got mashed potatoes like all in the interior, and then it's nothing but steak and bell peppers and all this stuff inside of it. And so you just grab a spoon and you like scoop it out and eat it. It's so effing good, bro. It is so good.
That sounds good.
Coffee cup, mashed potatoes, steak, bell peppers.
Sounds something you can make at the crib, but
I'm about to say like, yeah.
No, it's funny because before you said something, Maeve,
Not good like
no, J-Rock was looking like,
what the
that sounds disgusting. And,
Well, no, like, I picture
and then you was like, that sounds good. He was like, yeah, that sounds good.
like I picture like a coffee cup with mashed potatoes. Like what? This shit sounds like bell pepper steak.
No, it's cool. I mean, it's just interesting to see your opinion sway so swiftly.
Man, cause I didn't know where it was going. I was like, what?
oh my
see it on the video.
gosh.
Y'all see it on the video.
Yeah, because I didn't see it. I was looking at red, so
It
I
was
didn't see what he was
hilarious.
talking
Like
about.
from my point of view, I was like, yeah, it's got mashed potatoes, got greens and bell peppers and steak, and he was just sitting there like, and then you was like, yeah, that sounds good. He was like, yeah. All right, man. Tweet between the lines.
All right, man. Tweet between the lines. Tweet between the lines. We have a tweet. It was hard finding this one.
Because we have so many.
Yes, right. We have so many. All right, so this tweet comes from PDX Stephen G, and it was regarding our last episode on supporting black businesses. Yes. So he said, gotta just sum it up, but pretty much he made a suggestion. He said, you should all spend 30 days supporting one black business a day each, like he did in Portland.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
it's not a bad idea.
All right. So my question to him would be, just to make it, I guess, applicable for the listeners, how did you find the black businesses? And then, like, just take us through that process. If you could tweet that to us, that'd be great. That'd be dope.
All right, now I did paraphrase his tweet because he did put a link in the description.
That boy good.
And they did it for Black History Month. So I guess the website has Portland black owned businesses, entrepreneurs, and then you can go to that website. And
That's
basically-
fire.
Google it.
Yeah, pretty
Well
much.
done, brother. Well done.
Google. Yeah, so yeah, dope. That's dope. I think you should. I mean, we focus on black businesses, but I think you should support your culture's business most definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Don't just give all your money to the white man.
Yeah, but if they're a white listener, I mean, it's kind of easier.
I'm going to Walmart.
It's not that difficult.
I don't have to Google nothing.
How do I find them?
My
Go outside.
I know, right? Just go outside, nigga. Just pull up anywhere. Man, hey, really quick, I want to plug my sister real quick. She has
Plug.
She has
Plug in.
She has a play coming. If you're in the Dallas area, she has a dope play called Bound by Choices. It's I'm the host. I'm not just plugging that because I'm the host, but because it's actually a good play. She ran it last year. It was a great turnout. So if you're in Dallas, July 21st at the Garland Plaza Theater, check out this play. Their tickets online, or they sell tickets at the store. First show is at 2:30. The second show is at 7. So
definitely shout out. I appreciate that. That's actually dope. That sounds like a topic bound by choices. That's actually kind of
it's good.
That's kind of dope.
She has a book. She has 2 books, but this book or this play is about
nice.
This play is about one book, and pretty much it goes into it follows this child, and it pretty much goes into how the choices that the adults in her life affect the child in a certain way, and certain situations that the child run across, how it affects her and the family itself. So it's pretty deep. Like there's certain stuff in the play that make certain people uncomfortable because they're real life situations that people actually go through and deal with.
Right? Yeah.
So if you guys are definitely in town,
So
definitely check it out.
You're the host. I'm assuming you're going to be there, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Okay. So kind of circling back to the beginning.
Right.
So your top 5. Your top 5. So
do you want to go at least top 6?
Are we invited to this?
Absolutely.
I mean, is that your way of inviting us?
No.
By way of
Yeah,
the
no,
podcast?
that was his
my
way of
gosh.
slowly bringing it
Oh
up. By the way, my sister has an event that I'm hosting sometime in July.
I would love for you two to come.
I thought y'all weren't gonna be here next week. Aren't you leaving? Aren't y'all going somewhere? I thought you were going somewhere next weekend, the 21st.
Yeah, we'll be on a cruise.
You see how you just try to throw?
Oh no, I'll be here.
You are most definitely welcome to come. It's Saturday. But yeah,
All right.
no, yeah, definitely check that out.
Okay, cool. So what are we getting into? This is top 5 for real.
I want to get y'all's thoughts on this whole Tupac shit that just dropped really quick before we get into like
Dropped another
serious shit. I know, right? You would think, but nah.
Dropped in the movie?
Hell nah, nigga. His biopics have been trash.
Yeah, they have been. Boy, that Straight Outta Compton set the bar so fucking high for me. It's so hard to
did.
go back.
It did. Yeah, it did. Well, anyway, there was a break in his murder case, right? And I say murder case because
What?
yes, nigga, Tupac is dead.
No. Why are they breaking ground on this? Like, what is this? 20?
Yeah.
18?
Here's what happened. The one of the guys that was in the shooter's vehicle came forth in a documentary on Netflix saying that his nephew shot and killed Tupac in
He
Las
snitched?
Vegas. Yes, he snitched.
J-Rock?
Wow. What? It wasn't. Wait, I was not involved in this. Nigga, I may snitch on little shit, but murder? Hell no.
Bro, he snitched. He said, yeah, he was in the car. His nephew was, I guess, next to him in the car. But the thing was, Tupac had just beat the nephew's ass at the casino after the fight. You know, the video fight, and Tupac was fighting somebody. It was him, and so they pull off. Dudes follow them, pull up to the light at Las Vegas Boulevard, and shoot up the vehicle.
Okay, wait a minute. So, we watched the BET Awards a couple weeks ago, right? Mm-hmm. What was my man name that slapped the taste out of the old boys?
Oh, Nipsey Hussle.
All right, so Nipsey Hussle slapped the taste out of old boy, right?
Yeah, the parking guard or whoever.
The parking guard, right?
Yeah.
Nothing happens to Nipsey. And shout out to Nipsey. He a real one, but he not Pac.
Right.
If you got your ass beat by Tupac, that's almost like a badge of honor.
Like, not when it's gang
you
shit.
You don't kill Tupac, bro.
Not when it's gang shit. And, it was word that Tupac was, mixing around in some gang shit, and the other dude just happened to be probably in the opposite gang.
So this had nothing to do with Biggie.
Nah, and that's the thing. People think, and that's the thing. When you have shit that's unsolved, you kind of just break out your own scenarios. Oh, Suge Knight set it up, even though Suge Knight in the car with this nigga getting shot at too.
Hold on. So
Biggie, all this other stuff. But
so we lost Pac over a dumbass scuffle that had nothing to do with the West Coast, East Coast beef the media was portraying. Then we lose Biggie over Pac passing over a scuffle.
So this was all about a bar
All
fight.
this happened because somebody couldn't take an ass whooping in a casino.
It's crazy.
Wow, bro.
Man.
I'm
It's crazy.
The theories was so much better than the damn truth.
The theories are better than the truth. But that's the thing. When you don't have all the information, you get to make up your own imagination. And yes, it most of the time sounds better than what the truth is.
So is this dude in jail?
No, the guy that actually shot Tupac is dead.
Oh, well, that's why he snitched. There's no ramifications on it.
There's no ramifications for the shooter, but there's ramifications for this nigga. But he snitched because he's like, oh, I'm dying of cancer and I have nothing to lose, so I might as well tell the truth. I have no reason to lie.
Nigga, you trying to get your name out there. That's reason to lie.
So
I mean, that's not a good reason to lie. Because I mean, if he ain't dying of cancer, he will be dying of something.
But yeah, shit. I mean, it's a Netflix documentary. Netflix probably gave a nigga the bag.
That's what I'm saying. He got a bag for that. So,
but it's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, you think it's one thing and it actually ends up being another. Like shit, when XXX died, people thought that. Some people was talking about, oh, Drake killed this nigga. Drake said out of hit.
That was stupid. Like, come on, really,
bro? Did somebody just pulled up on this nigga? This nigga was outside of a motorcycle store or whatever he was, and robbed this nigga and shot him. That doesn't sound as interesting as Drake put out a hit on this nigga.
But why would we think Drake did that?
I don't know.
That I mean, come on, y'all. Like, because it's too much money tied into Drake, bro.
There is, niggas ain't gonna let Drake make too many stupid moves. As you see, he didn't really clap back at Push.
Well, you know what's crazy about the Push thing? I was watching this breakdown on it, and that shit had nothing to do with Push. And shout out to the Joe Budden podcast because they absolutely murdered that breakdown. That was impeccable. That was like peak Joe. But this whole thing with Drake, he was actually ignoring Push because it was a Kanye issue.
Yeah,
the entire time. And now going back and re-listening to that, was it Duppy?
Duppy freestyle.
The Duppy freestyle. I mean, yeah, I knew a majority of that was Kanye. But I mean, now I'm listening back and I'm like, oh, well, it's not a majority. It ain't like 70-30. That's like 90-10 on Ye.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to feel about Push now.
Because he's just clapping at Drake for no reason?
Well, not that he's clapping at Drake for no reason, because Push is dope. It's just that how you got the ammunition. Like, if the timeline is correct, Drake goes to, meet up with Kanye in, the middle of the mountains to record, and he lets him hear the song that he's talking about his kid. Yeah. Then Ye turns around and gives that information to Push. Then Push turns around and makes a diss song out of it. I kind of lose a little more respect. It's like, well, Drake kind of threw the alley for the diss song.
Yeah.
It don't hit the same.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know how we got on Drake like that, but that just, I don't know. I'm not really as mad at Drake for not responding when Push was kind of like the side nigga.
Yeah. He was just trying to, two niggas. He's like the...
You can't disrespect me like that, though.
Yeah.
You can't say I didn't let my fro grow because my naps wouldn't curl right. Like that's where I draw the line. Like, you're not going to talk about my hair.
If you look at it.
You're not going to talk about my hair. I'm not letting you do it.
Yeah, man. So I thought that shit was interesting. But just for all you niggas out there that think that Tupac is somewhere chilling out in Cuba, no, this nigga is really dead. Because, you got them niggas out there like that, too. Yeah.
Nigga. Oh, what's that nigga at the Golden State Warriors games? He be dressing like Tupac all the time.
Oh,
like,
my gosh.
It'd be him and fake Klay Thompson. Like them two niggas. Like, what are y'all doing?
Man.
It's Fat Klay and Chubby Pop.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah. Like, I think he actually starred in one of those movies. The fake Tupac, I think he was in one of those.
Stop it.
I think so, dude.
Get out of here.
I think so, man. Hey, I could be wrong, but I know there's some guy that's walking around here looking like fake ass Tupac. I think he was actually in some shit.
Well, that's better
because he looked like this nigga for real.
It's better than Falcon playing Tupac. What was that nigga name? Gosh. Anthony. What was my nigga name from 8 Mile?
Yeah, fuck, I don't know.
He started playing Falcon in Marvel. I was like, nigga, you are not Pac, bro.
Hell no.
Hell no. That's a poor casket. Get the fuck off. Anthony Mackie. Like, come on, man.
Ooh, that shit's funny. All right, man. Hit us up, man. Speak Between the Lines. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let us know what you guys think about this Tupac shit or anything else for that matter.
Hold on, sidebar. Speaking of Anthony Mackie, I just thought about this because I was watching an interview with him and Tom Holland.
Oh, that shit's
on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So they were at Tom
Holland.
Holland.
Tom for no reason.
Yeah, Tom Holland, obviously, he be, speaking of snitches, this nigga be snitching about every fucking thing. This nigga can't keep a secret. But he was doing an interview with Anthony Mackie, and they asked Anthony, they was like, so what did you think about the Spider-Man movie? And he said, I never watched the Spider-Man movie. And then everybody started laughing, and Tom was like, oh yeah, I never saw the Falcon movie either.
Oh shit! Burnt his ass right back.
Damn, my nigga was looking saucy. All right, move on.
Burnt his ass.
All right, Jay.
What y'all want to roll into?
All right, so I want to go and talk about something a little different today: helping versus enabling people.
Okay.
So, well, the reason for this, I was talking to my brother, and he was telling me a story about one of the groups that he was in, and a story where somebody helped somebody out. So, I want to go and talk about that because when he said it was real interesting, and they were talking about it from a biblical standpoint, and also this, trying to do the right thing. Because somebody needs help, it's right to help them, but are you helping or are you just enabling a behavior?
Yeah.
So that's what I want to talk about. So we're starting off just enabling in general, just by defining it. Enabling is, let me start with helping. Helping is doing something for somebody who they can't do for themselves. So enabling is doing somebody for somebody that they should be doing for themselves.
Okay.
All right. So
let's break that.
All right, so first one, talk, why do people enable? You know what I mean? So normally it's guilt, there's a shame, or people just want to be viewed as I'm a good person. I'm not a bad person. I didn't just let this person fall, right? So whenever you look at when people have problems, and speaking about that last week's episode, when A Sweet said, it's like you can't have a problem unless you know what the solution is. So a lot of people are come up needing help. And it's like, and they only say, let's say if it's a financial situation, well, I need X amount of dollars so I can get something done. In most cases, we just give the money out. We don't, say, okay, well, hey, you need $100, here you go.
Right.
So, back to the example that my brother gave, it was a guy who just got a real bad divorce, right? And his wife took everything in the divorce. He was basically left with nothing. Had a good job, but because his wife was taking everything, he was in debt. And he's like, "Well, I need a place to stay. Oh, I need help with bills." So he came to the group, and it's like, "Well, this is what I need. Who can help me out?" So before I go into, what they discussed and what transpired, what would y'all do in a situation like that?
Oh, man, it's that's tough. You wanna go first? You wanna get that off?
I would like to go first, but honestly, I wouldn't pay attention. So I'm gonna be transparent. Like, so can you lock that up one more time?
Boy.
No, I didn't want to be fake because I know, like, if we put this as a hot take, like, literally while you was talking, I was looking at my phone.
Boy,
and I didn't want to be front.
Ray's is number one when it comes to memory.
I didn't want to get
my nigga Rock just laid down the whole spill. And this nigga Rez, I would like to go first.
My bad. Yo, like I'm looking at, I'm like, this nigga's texting. Oh, like, okay, I know he's listening. All right, what y'all think?
No, talking about. No, for real, first.
You busted.
No, because I had two choices, right? So like, I heard bits and pieces. I was like, damn, that sounds good. And I was texting, and I was like, oh shit, that sounded good too. And then I heard Abe go, or some shit like that. Right? And I was like, oh, this nigga J-Rock. I was like, this nigga J-Rock came prepared. I was like, okay, this nigga came ready, right? And so he was like, about to go into the next part. And he was like, well, before I go into the next part, I said, oh. He said, tell me what you think. So then I did it. I did.
Oh, he's like, John, save me.
I did it.
Go ahead.
I did it. Hold up. You remember that meme when Jack Nicholson, what was that movie? The Departed, he was like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
I was looking at Abe like, yeah, please answer this. He was like, well, what do you think? I was like,
nigga said, help me. Nigga.
Oh shit.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, can you?
No, because I didn't. No, full disclosure, I didn't want to give out fake content. That's the only reason I didn't answer. So I didn't want to just make up and just be like, I'd rather take the L than be like, oh yeah. Nigga, that is not what we were talking about.
That is not what we were going. Ooh, way off.
Wow.
So can you say?
Oh shit.
All right. So what's the last thing that you remember?
What's the subject?
That's the last thing you remember.
Oh, enable.
He said,
It was enabling. It was enabling. And somebody asked for some bread.
Oh my god!
Oh shit! I can't do this. Oh man!
Okay.
Listeners, I'm sorry, nigga. I'm really crying. I'm crying.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh shit!
Oh, I miss you guys so much right now.
Oh, my head hurt. All right, we back. I'm sorry.
that's funny.
Let me get my. No, cause we've been professional for so long. Like after the Jasmine episode, we were like super professional, and then we kind of reneged off Alex.
Yeah, we did.
We went right back.
Oh, shit.
All right, so to summarize,
It's Puerto Rico. That was a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So to summarize, this helping versus enabling. My brothers had a friend they're all in the life group, and one of the friends was going through a divorce. The wife took everything. Financially, he has a good job, but because of divorce, again, his wife took everything. He's now in debt, and he's coming to people asking for money or a place to stay. And
Okay.
I'll say before I go into what they discuss, what would y'all do in that situation?
Okay, I can answer it now.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
right. That was good. That was good. It was like,
I can answer
oh,
it
that's
now.
real shit. So is he more or less just asking me if he could stay to crash?
Yeah, what is he doing exactly?
yeah. Just I need a place to stay, so I can go and get everything in order.
In this scenario, am I married or not married?
Not married.
Oh, easy. So yeah, if I mean, because how hypocritical of that, of me would that be? Because
Yeah.
I've been in a similar situation.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the debt part of it, but yeah, like if I'm single and that's my homeboy and that's somebody that I know, especially like you said, it was at the church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, you can stay. Like, I mean, we gonna put a time limit on this. Like, okay, cool. Well, like, what are you trying to achieve? How fast are you trying to get that accomplished? All right, cool. I'll help you out. You do this, and you can stay. If you don't do this, you got to go. So it's gonna be some parameters in it, but yeah.
Is that a conversation you're having before he even moves in?
Hell yeah.
All right.
You can't have. He's already in. I can't have a conversation then.
I mean, I guess you kind of could, because I know people to like let people in, and then because most of the time people approach it like, "Hey man, I just need somewhere to stay for a month.
Yeah.
Once a month pass, I'll be out," and then you don't really have that opportunity
Yeah.
to have that conversation because it's like, okay, cool, this ain't gonna be out in a month.
Yeah.
3 months
Fall
later.
through, sleep on the couch or some shit, and
No.
then like it's month 4, and this
Yeah.
bitch still in this hole.
Like, nigga, what's
Yeah.
going on?
No, this is just me. I've had that conversation up front. Except unless it's like something mutual beneficial, like, okay, well, he's cutting my bills in half, I'm cutting his bills in half. Nigga, you stay as long as you want. I'm single. Like, what the fuck do I care?
What does it hurt? Yeah.
So, until you get out of debt or get on your feet to the point where you feel like you just tired of chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Unless it's a situation like that, I just really think that that person should know what exactly their plan is, because people fall on hard times. You know what I mean? It happens.
everybody.
Right.
Life happens. But if you come to me like kind of what Rez was saying, is like, hey man, I'm gonna do this. I got this going for me. I got this lined up. I just need somewhere to rest my head until I get back on my feet. Is that cool? I mean, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I would want somebody to, do that for me.
Wait, how annoying is this person? That makes a difference.
That does, especially how clean it is. How clean is this person too?
I mean, I haven't. We'll just say for the sake of argument, they're a cool person. It's somebody you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
If we like the same shit, we like watching the same shit. If they don't mind the NBA, if they cool with anime, and all that, all right, cool, nigga, we fine. But if they on some extra curricular bullshit, having niggas in the house, nah, nigga, you gotta go.
I think it gets to the point to where like I think some stuff it starts off as helping and then it turns into you enabling him. However long you let that situation go. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So what ended up happening, he did let him stay with him. But in order for him to do that, because obviously he's in a financial hardship, right? And it's like, well, before I help him, I need to help. He needs help. But what's the real issue? It's a financial issue.
Right.
Because you make good money at work, even though your wife's taking everything, you should still have something saved up.
Right.
So he's like, you can stay, but we need to do a budget so we can fix the issue.
I respect that.
So in that situation, it's like, well, I'm gonna help, but I'm gonna address the real issue.
Right.
The real issue isn't, I mean, yes, the fact that you need somewhere to stay is an issue, but it's like it's a financial issue. You're making this type of money, limit to your bank account. Where you spending money at? Okay, you spend this much eating out, X that out. You rent movies, you doing this, X this out.
But that's a lot. That's a lot to someone's personal life. You think somebody's gonna let you give them that type of access and vulnerability just for you letting them stay with them?
Yes, nigga. Because let's keep it funky.
Because they're not asking you to get back. They're not asking you to help me get back on my financial well-being. They're just asking for a place to stay.
But
Why do you need a place to stay?
it's a reason.
Because you ain't got no financial well-being. Like, what are you talking about? Like, listen, nigga, if you want to rent an apartment, guess what they're gonna ask for? Rent pay stub. Hey, give me 4 weeks of your pay stub. Let's see how much money you're making. Can you actually afford to stay here? Let's say you buying a house. Let me see your pay stubs. Let me see that bank statement. Let's see where your money going. Nigga, you need a place to stay.
This nigga,
I am that nigga.
yeah. this nigga say, hey, you want to stay with me? You gotta get naked, bro. You gotta show me. You gotta show me everything. You gotta show me everything, son. Nigga,
Like, nigga,
how
what
much you
is he
spending in
want?
gas a week? Nigga, I need to know all this shit.
Actually, that was J-Rock brought that up. I just co-signed it.
I mean, that's just. I mean, yeah, that's why I asked. Like,
Yeah, I mean, but the reason for that is, so let's say I give you a place to stay 2 months. You're back on your feet, but you're still financially unstable. You move back out 6 months later because you have the same bad habits. You homeless again.
no, it makes sense. I'm not saying that what you're saying is not making
Right.
sense. I'm just saying, would that person let you into their life like that?
Well, if you, do you really need the help?
Yeah.
Because if you don't really need help, you're right. I'm not showing you shit. I can go fix it myself. But if you really need help and you're really wanting to get better, absolutely.
Yeah. I got a family member right now that lives with somebody, and I know for a fact this nigga don't budget shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried multiple times to be like, look, bro, like, we need to get that under control. And this nigga's been in the same rut for like 10 years. They're like, bro, you got to get out. Like, you have to make something. Like, at some point, like, either you will humble yourself or life will humble you. And
Yes, it will.
it's like, okay, cool. Like, if I'm in that position, real talk, like, if somebody's willing to teach me something to put me in a better financial status, okay, nigga, what do you need?
Right.
Especially if I know you got it and you got a good foundation and you just not feeding me bullshit, then yeah, like, nigga, what do I need to do? I'm gonna humble myself.
Right.
I could be an asshole and be like, oh, nigga, you want to see my bank account? Like, nah, nigga, fuck you. All right, cool. Take your ass out there and see how that work. And then you'll find somebody that will enable you, and you'll be in that same apartment, sleeping in the corner
For as long as they
for
let
as
you.
long as they let you.
Yeah.
You look up, it's like 2-3 years. It's like, nigga, your account looks exactly the same. Your room looks exactly the same. Your bed pad looks exactly the same. Now you had to replace the blow-up mattress a few times, but I'm just saying.
Couple. Got some fresh duct tape every night.
I'm like, come on, man. Life will humble you, or you will humble yourself. Pick one, nigga.
Right. So I think if you really need the help, I think, yeah, you're open to it. Because at that point, like, you're already at rock bottom. You have you should be no more pride at that point.
Dwayne Johnson was there.
Dwayne Johnson was there. Episode 3. I think it differs with the situation too, though, because I mean, I know people who, to a point, enable their children. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But I mean, this is your child. You've seen this person their entire life, so you as a parent may not see it as enabling. You see it as helping, but everyone else around you may think that it's enabling. So at what point? I mean, at what point in a situation like that would it then become enabling?
All right, so
Yeah,
give me an example of, like, what do you mean by that?
All right, so let's say that someone is, you have a mom, right? Because women are, they're more caring than fathers are.
You ain't
You know what I'm saying? So let's say
swing that damn bell.
Right.
Nigga, I still remember running away from my dad. Mama, hold on, get him, get him.
Daddy tripping.
Hell yeah. Wait till your daddy get home. Wait till your daddy get home.
Nope.
He doing overtime tonight. He gonna be good and sleepy.
Oh man, but
I'm on lunch break.
yeah. So let's say you got a mom, right, who's raised this child her entire life, and now the child is well into his 30s, right, 30s, whatever, 20, late 20s, early 30s, or whatever, and that child, son, or whatever, is still going to his mother for things.
Yeah.
That in actuality, he should be taking care. He should be able to take care of himself, right? I'm not necessarily talking about running into hard times, but just him not pushing himself to the limit to where, okay, I can do this myself versus I don't have to do it myself. My mom will look out for me.
You know what? I can give you a real life example because I have a distant family member that is going through that right now. So so her mom basically let her stay at the house, but she never left. So I'm talking like from birth all the way. She's probably like 40. No, she's probably like 39, 38.
Yeah.
And she's been at home this entire time. She never left, right? And her mom never encouraged her to get a job to, save enough to move out. It's just like, all right, cool. Well, they just stay there, right? And so she ended up finding really her job experience was nothing but odd jobs. They were never like career paths or anything that could be consistent.
Just dead end jobs.
Yeah, all of them. And then the mom passed away. And now she's just out there. And she doesn't know a world without her mom. And you think it'd be a sympathy story, but when I'm not going to talk about it here, but I mean, when you get into the details of some of the tactics that she's pulled and some of the things that she's done, it's like, that is all, like the root cause of your problems is that you have been enabled for so long. You've never learned to stand on your own 2 feet. You've never learned to make an honest living and how to manage that. And so now she's looking for everybody else to enable her. It's like, it's only so many times people can give you $500, $600 to pay your rent. And it's like, okay, well, this is months and months on end. What are you doing? Oh, you're not working? Why aren't you working?
Yeah.
Are you looking for a job? Why aren't you looking?
Right.
What's the game plan?
Right.
So, yeah.
No, with parenting, yes. And it unfortunately happens a lot, like you said, with mothers, because mothers are the nurturers. Fathers, we're more through action.
Right.
But that goes back, with any child. The first thing is, them learning how to walk. They learn by them failing and falling, and eventually they learn how to get balance and they can walk on their own. Versus whether you start off enabling by just carrying them everywhere, then they don't learn how to walk until years later. So it's the same thing. It's the same concept for the financial situation. Just like with the example that Rez gave, her mom was still carrying her financially so now she doesn't know how to walk on her own financially. So a lot of times it's, when it comes to parenting, is letting your children fail early. That way they know the consequences of it. And also, number two, they know how to get out of those situations. But like the best example of that in a movie, Black Panther, right? When he goes back,
It always comes back to Black Panther.
It's amazing.
It always does.
It's crazy.
So like when T'Challa first goes back and he's talking to his father, it's like, I wasn't ready to lose you. He said, a father who does not teach his child what to do after I died has failed as a parent. So what that's meaning is...
Damn, word to T'Chaka.
So
Wow.
if I haven't taught you how to live when I'm not here to hold your hand, then I failed as a parent. So think about that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's strong.
that is strong.
That's strong.
That is strong.
So I was like,
Damn, that movie's better than I thought.
Layers. It's deep. It's deep.
man. So
Deep.
Lion King 3.
man, yeah. So like, even when I know most people when they talk about enabling, they go to addiction, but that's just the extreme of it. the financial side of it. If somebody's needing help, is most people when they're helping, they only help for the solution, but not what the real issue is, what the root cause. So, like example that this morning, I went to get gas, right, and there was a kid. He's like probably 6 years old. He's like, "Hey, can I wash your windows for $1?" So I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Dope.
I'm like, "Yeah, cool. Go ahead and do it. I'll go get change. I'll give you $1." So come back, and his dad just did for him because he can't really do it right.
You can't reach.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give him $1 just to watch. Like, okay, let's see how you pull this off.
So I give him, the dad say, definitely appreciate you giving my son an opportunity. I'm like, no problem. It's a kid. He's young, trying to establish a work ethic. I get that. And he's like, no, definitely appreciate it. But even if you didn't do it, I would appreciate that too. I'm like, why? It's like, because I want him to learn that everybody's not going to tell you yes.
That was facts. This morning? That's dope.
So I'm like, wow.
That's dope.
So then I thought about that same situation. And we all agreed that in most cases, we probably would have gave the kid $1 because it's a kid. Let's flip it. It's a 60-year-old bum outside. Hey, give me $1, wash your windows. Hell no.
I'm good, homie. I can do this. I got this myself.
But it's the same situation. The only thing different is we're looking at as a kid, I'm helping him out. Look at that same situation as an adult. I am enabling him to go get a drink. Or whatever we think his vice is going to be.
Wow.
Ooh.
That boy's a rare form.
So
my nigga brought the notes.
The notes.
That was dope. That was
power
dope.
in the notes. Yeah.
Man, so yeah. That's why I got helping versus enabling. So is this when somebody asks you for help, and let me say this. If the spirit moves you, regardless of what the situation is, help that person out.
Right, of course.
But outside of that is find out what the person's true need is and help the need. Anything else, you're just enabling a situation.
Mm-hmm. Man, my wife, she watches the TV show. I think it comes on TLC or some shit like that. It's like,
but TLC still exists?
Surprisingly, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
They come with some fire now, huh?
That's a learner channel, right?
Is that what the acronym stands for?
That's what I thought it was. What's TLC?
I can't do this.
I don't know. Shit.
The 10 to 11 care channel? Like, wait,
10 to 11 channel.
How high up in the digital numbers? Like, is this like 900 plus channels? Because the higher the number, it's just like,
the higher the number, man, the more risque you get up in that thing. But so it was just to speak on it. It was this guy that was married. This guy had a foreign wife. He was married to, but he was like shit out of luck on his ass, and he went to his sister asking for money for rent, and she was like, "Nah, nigga, because I'm only going to give you this, and it's only going to help you out for this month. Like, I'm not going to enable you. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure that shit out." And nigga was looking hella salty, like goddamn, because he got his wife sitting here, and he's in front of his sister, like, "I need help. We need help," and she's like, "No." So, yeah,
no, absolutely. Nah.
I mean, it's cool if you do that on the third or fourth time. I don't know if you do that the first time. Be like, "Yo, I got my wife outside. We're homeless." Like, no, nigga, because if I give you the money, you're just gonna be back next month. That's not good. That's not good.
Hell yeah.
Like, help them. But if it's like 3, 4, 5 times, I'm like, okay, now this is a pattern. Like, all right, cool. Jay, you said something that I found interesting too about children and parents, is about like the whole walking experience. Like, you got to let them fail, so they can learn to get up and actually walk. Right.
Right.
It's kind of ironic that you said that, because like this last maybe 2-3 weeks, I've been talking to people about entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And I've been polling people, and almost to a man, everybody that I've talked to has said, "I want to work for myself. I want to make my own schedule." Right. But it's ironic that the thing that allows children to walk, the failing part, is the thing that as adults we don't want to do. We run from that part.
Yeah.
And it's like literally a necessary step. Like, I was at a meeting the other day, and dude was talking about having a baby mentality when it comes to entrepreneurship, and he was saying a baby will try to walk over and over again, like repeatedly. They'll try to, get across the room or get up the stairs or something like that. And the reason they do that isn't because they have this high motor or anything like that. It's because they look at everybody else walking and they say to themselves, even non-verbally, that
I want to walk too.
well, there's something wrong with me. If everybody's walking and I'm not walking, there's something wrong with me. So I need to keep going. But when we get to adults, we don't really have a lot of people walking like in an entrepreneurial space where we see them. So as soon as we fail, we run back to what we do see.
Yeah.
And we get scared.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's good.
I know. That's why I said it. Because when I heard him say it, I said the same thing. I was like, "Oh shit, that's good." Like that. But you bringing up the baby thing, like that triggered me. And it's funny how we all, everybody's like, "I'm living my best life. I want to do, X, Y, and Z. I want to accomplish this." But it's like it's that one moment of fear that keeps us from taking the step.
Yeah.
And we need more examples. I think if we had more examples of people working from home, people like living, by their own terms, we would be less fearful of the failure. But we feel like, oh, we're going to such foreign territory that the first sign of failure is like, oh, I don't like that. Let me run back to this cubicle.
Right. Ooh, that's real talk. That's real.
So I'm not trying to go anywhere with it. That just kind of popped in my head from what you were saying.
No, you're right, because confident. Shit, the comfort zone can be enabling you because it's easy. You can succeed in it. So yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Rock put his phone down, so I guess he's done. This thing ain't got no more notes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, well, no. Because we pretty much said everything that I wanted to say about it, and that story that you told actually reminded me of a joke I saw with Bernie Mac. He was talking about how now that he's rich, how people come to him for money. He's like, hey, I'm 8 months late on rent. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like, damn, you should have came to me the first day. I could have helped you then.
Shit, they keep that 8 months of this stack up?
Right, but like at this point, you're looking for a handout, and that's what enabling is. You want a handout. You don't want help. You want a handout.
Wow. Yep. Well, I guess since everybody's looking my direction, it's on me.
It is on you.
Yeah. Like I said, I put my phone down. I know it's.
All right, so that's so funny.
I told a joke to give you a couple seconds to get ready.
Yeah, to get your notes out.
He wasn't listening.
He wasn't listening.
No, I was listening.
He was listening. He wasn't paying attention.
No, I was paying attention. Y'all not gonna stereotype me. Y'all not gonna put me in this box. Because that's what we're gonna be known for. Is be like, yeah, this nigga Rez don't remember shit. Ave don't invite niggas to shit.
J-Rock be snitching.
Yep, exactly. That's us three for real.
Oh man, so they ain't never got to worry about me snitching because I ain't gonna be paying attention.
Yeah, right. And he ain't gonna remember either.
But like, Rez, what happened? I plead the fifth. I don't remember. All right, so no, what I wanted to talk about is affirmations, and it's funny because we talk about, well, I guess we were just talking about a few seconds ago about fear and how it keeps us from taking the necessary steps for what we want. We always say we want certain things, but the moment we come against friction or resistance, we typically stop. So that could be like, well, I want to go to the gym to work out. Okay, that sounds good. But then when you go, bench press, a couple sets and you meet that resistance, it's like, oh shit, my arm's going to hurt after this?
Yeah.
Like my chest is going to hurt after this?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to go back tomorrow. No, I'm not coming. Or, oh, I'm going to run a 4K. I did that.
Well, on 4 steps.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
You ran a 4K?
Yeah.
You completed the 4K?
Yeah, we completed it, but that shit was hell.
Man, I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah,
That was like
did
3
you
years
train
ago.
for that?
Yeah.
Or you just went out there?
No, I had a train.
Oh.
That shit wasn't. No, nigga. you don't just fucking go out there. Like, you could tell the people who do just go out there, though, them niggas be gassed, like, quick. First 5 minutes. Like, what they do is they jet. Like, the first, like, as soon as they go, like, go, them niggas gone.
They out of there.
And then you'll see them, like,
Sprinting.
maybe, like, 10, 15 minutes later, like, on the side of the road, like, roadkill.
Them boys trying to get that shit over with quick.
Yo.
Wheezing at the mouth.
That's crazy. But affirmations is basically about speaking life into your situation. And, we know from a biblical standpoint that as a man thinketh, so is he. So whatever you think about, you become. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. But what are you speaking over yourself? And a lot of times we either are speaking negatively about, well, this ain't working, or, this is something bad is happening, and we get more of that. Or we trick ourselves into thinking we're speaking positive about something, but it's not really an affirmation. Like I've talked to some people that said, I wrote an affirmation, and they'd be like, okay, cool. I'll ask them, well, how's it go? It's like, well, one day I will. No, that's not an affirmation. Or I wish. That's not an affirmation. Or I will be. That's not an affirmation. An affirmation is present tense. It's like it already happened.
Okay.
You're wish casting. That's different. So you have to. It's very subtle. But think about. Well, heck, let's look at Big Homie God. Right? He says, I am. He doesn't say, like, I will be.
Right.
I will be your father. I will be your savior. No, I am your savior. I am that dude. Like, whatever God says, he says, I am. It's always present tense.
Yeah.
So that's what we have to emulate. And so this all came from Puerto Rico, so I can't take credit for this because this came from the great Darnell Self. So this is a gentleman, just to put his credentials out there. He has his doctorate in business. He has won the Entrepreneur of the Year award twice from the Black Chamber of Commerce. He's helped over 83 people work from home, making anywhere from $50,000 a year from home all the way up to $1 million a year from home. So he knows the hell he's talking about, and he talks about the reason you need an affirmation is because when you're trying to make a change in life, especially if you're doing something that you're trying to lead people in, you always have to be at a high level. You have to operate at a high level. And so when you're trying to do that, I think we all can relate to talking to someone and they drain us a bit, right? You ever, like, somebody call you and they just want to vent and you're listening and you're trying to help them out?
Yeah.
Them doing that is going to take a pound of flesh off of you.
Yeah.
And you'll spend so much energy trying to uplift them to get them back on point that energy is taken away from you. It's just a transfer of the energy that you have.
Right.
So it's not good enough to start the day off at 100. You really need to start the day off at 150. So by the time that someone's taking that energy from you, you're still operating at optimum level. And so you do that by speaking life over yourself, and you do it daily. And so he came up with a very simple way to do affirmations. And so one way you do it is you write it like this. So you write, I am, ... Right? Then you write, I have, ... I learn, ... I earn, ... I love, ... And then you just fill in the blanks. And that's the simplest way to write an affirmation. And I was grateful for this because I've never written an affirmation before. So him educating us on that was really insightful because I was the wish guy. It's like, one day, I will.
Right.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm that nigga.
Yeah.
I'm that nigga.
Like, and I was doing it wrong. And even in doing it wrong, I really wasn't doing it because I never wrote it down. I would just say things in my head, but it wasn't disciplined. I wouldn't do it daily. And so I wanted to ask y'all before we kind of dig deeper into this, like, have y'all had any experience with affirmations? Have you ever written an affirmation, or what was it like for y'all?
Yeah, man. At one point, I had sticky notes all over my bathroom mirror.
Oh, that's
different
dope.
shit.
Yeah.
my wife got upset at me because I was like,
Yeah, I'm trying to do my makeup and get this damn sticky note on my face.
yeah, but literally like there was shit that I looked at every day. Like I would walk around with a sticky notepad, and anything I thought of that I was or I wanted to be, even though it's kind of like wish thinking, I guess, or wish dreaming or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I would write it down and I stick it on the bathroom mirror.
Nice.
Anything else, I write it down and stick it on the bathroom mirror. At one point, I had it was like 11 of them hoes, like 11 or 12 of them hoes. I had to make like a circle because I still needed to see my face to wipe it.
I guess my face clean today.
Nigga getting toothpaste on the sticky note.
Yeah, nigga, brushing this shit, nigga flossing his teeth. Nah, that shit, nah. But yeah, man, because I knew that if there was anything, I knew I would be in front of that mirror every day because I would wash up and all that stuff. So
Yeah, that nigga's I want went to I won't. This is a blot of toothpaste. Like,
for real,
That's funny.
Teeth gunk and all that. Yeah.
All right, so with affirmations, I've never really been big on them. I've never really done them. The only time I actually did it was we were watching Les Brown, and it was we're doing it for a training for this me and you for Legal Shield at the time.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, he said, for everybody in the seminar, everybody's watching, you had to get up, you had to do a affirmation about yourself. Mm-hmm. And I remember like the first time we did it was like really generic, I am successful, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. And you have to do it again, but you have to say something completely different.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Right. So
I do remember that.
The third time around, it's like you got the truest affirmation because you had to dig really, really deep,
Right.
to say who are you and where you're going.
Right.
So that's my only experience with affirmations.
Okay, gotcha. So then I'm actually glad you said that because that actually puts into context what my affirmation is. So I wrote this affirmation and I wanted to read it to y'all so y'all can kind of, hear one. So I'm basically just going to be very transparent on this. But it helped me because I never wrote one until like basically people came up. So he basically taught us how to write one, and then he had invited 3 people to come up to actually read theirs. And then when they read theirs, it kind of gave me ideas of like, oh, that's good. And it was like I could tell the more people that came up, there's levels to this. So you saying that the Les Brown says, okay, well, cool. You do one, then you got to do a second one, then you got to do a third one. And then the more you do it, the truer to your core you get.
Right.
That makes sense because I feel like the one I wrote is like a rough draft.
It is, yeah, because like the first time it was very surface.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm loyal, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, and you have to do it again. It's like, okay, well, who am I outside of that? But
Right.
be outside of the surface. So, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to hear the example of that. I mean, because what you're saying makes sense, but
So I'm gonna read mine. So this is now keep in context that this is an affirmation about my life in context for Legal Shield in my business, right? So the second one is going to be a combination of that and like more of my life. I don't know. Let's have fun. We'll see. So my affirmation goes like this. I'm a platinum executive director. I'm a loyal, loving, and understanding husband. I have a world-class organization of top producers, recruiters, trainers, and mentors that build the culture and community for Legal Shield, for Team New Vision, and also for their own place of residence. I learn effective, meaningful, and impactful skills, philosophies, and techniques every day that I share with my loved ones and business partners, who in turn learn and teach to their loved ones. I learn daily the love, mercy, and blessings that God have for me. I love my life. I love my wife. I love my family. I love my health, my business, my team, my mentors, my friends, and my position in life, as well as my calling. I earn more than I could ever spend or need financially, more praise than I deserve for the lives touched by remaining humble, informative, relevant, and good-natured. And that's my affirmation.
you said you got vulnerable.
Hmm?
You said that was vulnerability. You were being vulnerable in there.
I didn't necessarily want to read that per se,
Yeah.
but I mean, yeah.
What space were you in when you were writing it? But what headspace?
I was at an airport. No. I was at the hotel. No, I was at the hotel. So I remember when I scribbled a few things at first, and then like I scratched out. Let's see. I scratched out a part in regards to how I wanted to see myself as a husband at first. And then I really thought about, okay, well, like, what does my wife need me to be? And one of the things is being understanding. Because it's so easy, like, in a marriage to, like, you know, your wife bickers at you about something that you really don't care about. And you're like, why is she saying that? Right. And I was like, okay, I have to work on being understanding. And the thing is, some of these things I haven't mastered yet. So Mr. Self talked about that too. He was like on one of his, he was saying, well, I'm the king of follow up. Right. But he doesn't really follow up with a lot of people. He's not good at it. That's why it's in his affirmation. You speak to your weakness to turn it into a strength. And so, for me, I was thinking about culture. So like when I talked about, I have a team of producers, recruiters, trainers, and mentors. That's cool, but what do they do? And so I was thinking about, okay, well, what kind of impact do we want to have? And I said, okay, well, culture. Like culture's the hardest thing to create. And so I would want to have a team of people that all create a culture. Even on this podcast, we have a culture on this podcast that we all created together. And I think that when people listen to us, they feel that culture. You know, it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, I get to kick back with the guys, you know, I'm going to learn something. Like, you know, even, you know, A Sweet all the way in Tennessee is like, he heard something that affected him and his philosophy on how he, you know, spends money or does whatever. So that's where my space was like, okay, well, what do I want to create? I want to create a culture. Okay, is this culture for the business? No, it's for the business, but it's also for their communities. Like they should be able to go back into their own place of residence and create a culture based off of what they've learned here.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, I don't know. I was trying to project, I guess, impact, but I feel like this is a rough draft because there was another dude. He was explaining. He said, "Oh, this was so dope." He said, I'm a creature of, he said, I'm a creature or a person of unlimited potential. He says, I am above negative thoughts and any, and I'm paraphrasing, but he was like any negativity or something like that I get from people, I disassociate from them peacefully. And I was like, that's strong. Like
That is strong.
It's there's so many levels to this.
Yeah. Because just starting off, I'm above negativity.
Yes.
That by itself is like, man, that's a very powerful statement because everything that's negative, I'm already above it.
Right.
I don't have to dirty myself by getting down to that level.
Right.
And then you disassociate yourself with them peacefully.
Right. See, that's what caught me when
Yeah.
he said, I was like, and then when I heard that, I looked at mine and I was like, okay, I can get deeper than that. And that kind of ties into what you were saying about Les Brown. So like, I have to rewrite this. So this is like my base.
Yeah.
But yeah.
for sure. That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you if you were being vulnerable. Not to say that what you saying that you didn't want to say, but like it was good. But I've heard you get
Deeper.
Oh yeah. I you know what? That's
You know
kind
what
of
I mean?
that's kind of a praise and a backhanded slap. I like that.
Boy.
I like that. It was good.
No, not nothing against what you wrote down.
The pimp hand is strong with this one.
No, because that's why I asked someone to hear an example because like what I think it was one of y'all said, I think maybe even both of y'all said is just like when you start off, it's real surface level stuff, and then the more you do it, the deeper you get.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not saying that your stuff isn't deep, but it's like, yeah, you want to be a good husband, you want to do all this and do all that, but like,
Well, I felt it was surface because, like when I heard what I just told y'all about the dude that said he was above negativity.
Yeah.
that was the next level for me. I was like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
So
And then every line of the affirmation feeds into everything that was in previously.
Yeah.
yeah, so that's a good point. I didn't even catch that. So yeah, so I would love to come back. You know, I actually would like all three of us to come back with an affirmation, and then redo it, and maybe 2 or 3 times until we get to that core one. And then that way, maybe the listeners can kind of see us grow individually into that affirmation of what we want to be as well. I think that would be dope.
I'm definitely up for that challenge. So I want to do that.
Because we do a lot of challenges that we don't pay
We do,
off.
because I still need to ask niggas what are 3 things I'm good at
Man,
that nobody else is.
You know what's crazy? I was thinking about that, and I was like, these niggas ain't asked nobody shit.
Boy.
I'm gonna make a list of this shit that I need to do that we talk about on this podcast. Because I still need to do that. Because somebody actually called me out on it. He was like, "When are you going to post it on Facebook?" I said, "I don't know if we'll post it on Facebook." But I want to do the daily I want to do the affirmation thing because, like I was saying earlier in this episode about me not having my phone, like they gave me a lot of time to think about other stuff versus being distracted by a smartphone or some shit.
Right.
So I'm interested in doing that because I want to see how deep I go. You know what I mean? Because I know if I start it off now, I mean it's gonna be surface level stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I really just sit down and think about, okay, like, what is this?
I think the for me the most important part that I wrote, like reading back on this for me personally, was when I said, "I love my life, I love my wife."
Well, I thought Ja Rule when you first said, "I love my wife, I love my life, I love my baby girl." You know, okay, sorry, go ahead.
I never heard that album. I missed a lot of Ja Rule. I got to go back and listen to him. 50 kind of tainted me. I heard he was really good though.
Yeah, no, he
outside of the
he
singles.
was before 50.
Yeah, I got you. But the part that resonated with me was I love my family, my health, and my team, my mentors, my friends, my position in life, and my calling. The ones that stuck out to me was my family because I've had some issues with my family this year, a lot of them. My health because I really realized I was like, man, I don't appreciate the simple things like breathing easily. That's very. We don't I don't think we are consciously aware of like it's a privilege to breathe easily, to not have to struggle to breathe. And so I was thinking about my health. I was like, man, I really appreciate that, and my position in life, and that's always present because I was like, well, no matter what, I'm going to appreciate my position in life, even if where I'm trying to go isn't where I am right now. I still appreciate where I am. So that resonated with me, and then my calling, because basically it's like, okay, well, God has something for us to accomplish. God has something for us to do. I need to stop trying to rewrite what he wants me to do and just accept my calling. So I love my calling, and just having an appreciation to whatever it is that I'm purposed for. So that for me, that was where like, it doesn't sound really deep, but for me, like when I was writing that, like I was I guess that was the mental space I could probably speak to.
Right, yeah. That's why I want to ask you because, you know, you could be feeling it some way, but then not that feeling and what you feel and what you're thinking may not transfer that same way onto paper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because man, like even just on a family tip, bro, listen, it is so much stuff going on internally with the family, and it's like I want things to be better, and so I want to affirm that, like I love my family even in the midst of like bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah.
Okay. I like that. I definitely want to do that. I think we all should do that. So do we want to make a deadline on?
Yes,
when we should have
because
our daily not a daily, but our affirmations done. It ain't got to be next episode or no shit like that. But I think it's something we should really
that's actually
consider.
very smart.
What?
Not next
Not
episode.
next episode?
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
That's pretty smart. We shouldn't do it next episode.
So let's say
Somebody gonna snitch.
yeah, let's say 2
28.
weeks.
We'll do 29.
Let's say about 30.
God, we're gonna be 30 episodes in, y'all.
Wait, what episode is this?
This is 28.
Oh shit. That's fucking fire.
Bro, that's nuts.
You know what's crazy? I remember listening to one of our old episodes, and he was like, I didn't think it was gonna last this long. And me and J-Rock was like, what, nigga, you trying to leave?
I was like episode 3. I didn't even know it was long.
Yeah.
We about to make 30. This nigga didn't think we were gonna make 3.
Man, we weren't even in this room recording.
He was like, "Nah, for real." I was like, "Nah,
Not for real.
Yeah.
Like,
Man, because I think a lot of people, they want to get into podcasting, but they don't understand how
You have to be
hard
dedicated.
and dedicated and consistent that you really have to be to
Facts.
put out one episode a week. I think people they hear podcasts and they see people do it and they see like the glamour and glory and all that stuff, but they don't know what all goes into meeting up to drop an
Yeah.
episode, editing and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Driving 3 hours to get to the
like
designated
a
place.
motherfucker.
The designated time.
get off my house! Get off my house! Get off my house!
Nigga, in the summertime, with the heat running.
Yeah, man. Like I've said it a few times, man. There's been a lot of really good podcasts that don't make it past a few episodes. So I'm just amazed and appreciated that we're all able to keep together like this.
Yeah.
That's all.
Speaking of which, I do want to. One of the dudes at the Yugo National, he actually listened to our podcast,
That's crazy.
and he came up to me and was like, I want to say congratulations, to you guys. A lot of people I listen to, like after episode 2, they're done.
Yeah.
It's like I want to give y'all props that y'all young and y'all talking about stuff that people need to listen to, and I appreciate the fact that y'all still going.
Right.
That's fine. How did that make you feel?
Boy, that shit made me feel good as fuck, my nigga. I definitely appreciate that shit.
Did you know the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just didn't know he listened.
I didn't know he listened. Well, I knew he listened the week prior because he did a list of everybody he knew that was doing something in life, and of course they're all black, and I was on it for podcasting.
Wow.
So I was like,
That's dope.
It caught me off guard. It's like, wow, you listen to this all the way to Monroe.
See, that's crazy because I know. Shout out to D. He was on the episode.
Pause.
Well, you know what's crazy? Like his last name is Woodford. So it's like shout out to D Woods.
Is it Woodford? Is it Woodford?
Woodfork.
I thought
or
Woodfork.
Woodfolk. But anyway,
Woodfolk.
shout
I
out
thought
to
it
D
was something else.
because he actually put us on to like 12 different people. He didn't tell them that he did an episode, and those 12 came back to him and was like, he's like, bro, we was like 3 or 4 episodes. Like this show is dope. And then they got mad at him because they was like, why the hell didn't you tell us he was on one of them? so that is a good feeling. I feel like we're really blessed because I don't know we've had ups and downs, right? But we haven't. I don't think we faced adversity that I see some other people facing because we have a natural like bond.
Yeah.
And I will say this. I was listening to a podcast Friday. Holy shit. Some of these people suck. I mean,
Wow.
no, like no bullshit. Like you take for granted some certain things. Like I was listening and it's like there's noise going on in the background. Niggas ain't really piggybacking off of each other. It's like dead air, and I'm like, fuck. Like you kind of and what's crazy? Like I
It's the
turned them
small
off.
things.
I turned them off.
Yeah.
and I turned us on, and no dick riding. I mean, just real shit. Like it was like a refreshing. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
thank God.
Yeah. Have y'all? Okay.
This nigga dick riding.
Pause.
We appreciate that though.
Right. Man, have you ever had somebody actually
Call
listen
this
to a
the DR
podcast?
segment. The DR segment.
Boy,
New segment.
DR, get
DR
on them.
segment.
Blue balls.
We're gonna spend the last 5 minutes smelling our own shit. Nah, but what we finna say, right?
Nah, it's like I had somebody who asked me to
This is a
listen
new
to a
game.
file.
This is a new game. We
Boy,
gonna
it's
play.
fire too.
Fuck, catch that beat, nigga. It's dick ride time, nigga.
Oh my god.
Niggas got the 25 and stop acting a fool.
Man. But yeah, somebody asked me to listen to a podcast and I was like, you take for granted energy.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god. Listen.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought our energy was off at the beginning of this episode. But then when you compare it to some shit, it's like,
man, yeah. 25 minutes of monotone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. Hell no. Can't do that.
25 minutes of bad Morgan Freeman
Hell
reading
yeah.
the script.
Just
Today
dry.
in the forest.
Oh man, that's funny, man.
But this show right here, nigga. This
You know
show
what-
right here,
You know
nigga.
what's the crazy part though?
Yeah.
We're not even good yet.
I know. We're trash.
Like we like, and that's crazy. Like I feel good about that. Like I'm like, bro, these are our trash episodes. Like our trash episodes are killing y'all. like, come on, son.
This one on the DR.
Like our trash episodes are killing y'all. Y'all niggas suck.
Who are you? I feel like you shout. I feel like you're taking shots at somebody right now.
Oh, it's like eight different podcasts that I've listened to that I'm just like, bro, like, and it's not even a it's an appreciation thing. It's just like, damn, man, like okay, let's keep it real. We jumped into the podcast game late. Everybody got a podcast.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mama got a podcast, and so you hear a lot of stuff, and it's some of them aren't really talking about shit. Some of them are talking about shit I really care about. They just do it lazily.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. And then some of them, it's cool when the two episodes actually cross. So we're talking about the same thing at the same time. And I'll end the DR section here because I'm about to shit on us. Right? So there were 3 podcasts I listened to.
Okay.
One of them was, and they were all over the Drake episode. Right? Mm-hmm. One of them, trash. Right? I listened to it, then I listened to us, and I was like, we fucking bodied them. Like, we smoked. It wasn't even close, right? Mm. Then I listened to us, and then I listened to the Joe Budden podcast. And Joe fucking destroyed us. Like, destroyed it. And I thought our episode was good.
Yeah.
Like, especially the Drake NBA counterpart section. Mm-hmm. Like, who's the counterpart to... Who's the equivalent of Drake in the NBA, Kendrick in the NBA, J. Cole in the NBA. I thought that segment was amazing.
Yeah.
Then I listened to the Joe Budden podcast, and I was like, "Whoa,
that nigga stupid with it.
Like he killed that
with it."
So it's just
That's
levels.
fucking Goliath.
Yeah, it was just levels to this. So that's what I'm saying is just that like we're not even good yet, and I can appreciate the fact that we're still growing. You know, I'm trying to get that humble part back, right?
Hey, I see you trying to will it down. They're trying to dial it down. Trying to dial it down.
He just about finished.
Be like, is it working? Is it working?
Joe, kind of humble ourselves. We trying to dial it back down.
Oh man, but no, I mean it's cool. It's like, you know, we on a scale of 1 to 10, we're probably operating at like a 2 right now. But that 2 is smoking y'all niggas 5s.
Man, hold on, nigga. Hold on, nigga. We a little bit better than a 2, nigga.
No, I'm saying as far as like where I see us going, like we're in diapers, like walking, like we're just figuring shit out.
No doubt.
It's just that we're speed running around you niggas, like y'all crawling, and we just. All right, let me stop.
Humble pie.
All right, man. Y'all, we got anything else?
No, I don't know. I keep shit on niggas forever. Listen.
All right, man. This King Game signing off.
Join with J Rock.
Rez.
Speak between the lines. We out of here.
1, 2. That was a good outro. Good job.
Because I fucked it up last time.